Hey, how you guys doing? So I wanted to talk about the Girls for Liella a little bit before season 3 happens, so I won't get too influenced by them, and just give you my personal feelings about each girl just before we get to see how season 3 will change my opinions on each of the girls. So currently as it stands, we have 11 girls. I'm not assuming it's going to change in season 3, but who knows. Well, of course, the big stars of the show are going to be the two new added members, Wien and Tomari. So I'm going to go over these girls from left to right and tell you a little bit about how I feel and about where I would rank them. Of course, I do have a poll, which I'll talk about at the end, where you guys can go ahead and rank the girls, and we'll see where on average these girls currently rest, and we'll see, of course, over the third season how your guys' opinions change and see if they improved over the anime. So without further ado, we're going to start with Cuckoo. I know a lot of people have still placed a lot of hate on her for the way she behaves with Sumire. I'm still one saying that I don't really see why you should hate her for that. Some people don't like the way that, that they mess around, and it's kind of like how siblings act with each other. But some people really hate Cuckoo for that. I personally just don't get it. I think Cuckoo can be goofy and funny, and sometimes you can be childish, but I think she brings some comedic relief, which I always generally like, as long as it's not way overdone or really dumb in a stupid way. In general, I like Cuckoo, and I also liked her solo songs that she has produced so far. None of them have really blown me away, but I, in general, definitely have liked them. Probably my favorite is still her first solo song, Already Stay Positive. I think that's just a nice, fun, happy song that I enjoy listening to. And then her other solo songs, Mizuiru Sunday and Hoshikizu Crossing, or Cruising, I think they're fine. Just songs that I tend to not remember as much. But those, in general, is how I feel about Cuckoo. I still like her. She's more in the upper middles for me. Probably around 4 or 5-ish is where I would put her at the moment. Sumire. So Sumire, definitely one of the things that definitely really helped me, in my opinion of her, is the episode where she finally made up with Cuckoo. That was definitely one of the best episodes that Superstar has had. And it definitely really showed a lot of growth for those two girls. And they have their dynamic there. And I know one of the things that she does was the giant isopod. And you know what, that was kind of enjoyable for a little bit. But in Sumire, for me, it's a little lower than I have for Cuckoo. Her solo songs just, none of them have really wowed me. She, does a little bit of that jazzy songs there, and I don't mind jazz. I occasionally like listening to jazz. But a lot of them are just alright. And that's one of the things that kind of holds her back. I think she has definitely good singing and all that. But I think there's more there that she needs to convince me to move her upwards. Next up, we have Chisato. Chisato, in my general opinion, is alright. She's kind of towards the back of the pack for me in terms of rankings, mainly because Chisato, I don't know, for me personally, I don't see anything that's very crazy appealing for me. Her thing is she likes circles. Great, I guess. I don't know, what am I supposed to say about that? That's just kind of her thing. I mean, she's a nice friend, she's dependable, she's actually got a pretty dang good voice, and when I listen to soul songs, when I listen to Chisato, I was always thought she would be a higher pitched girl, but the fact she's lower pitched definitely really helps my opinion of her. And when she sings her soul songs, I'm like, yeah, her voice is good. And the soul songs that she sings are fine. Like the elements, they have the instrumentals where they have the synthesizers. I think they're trying to build a really cool ambiance there. But I feel like it lacks substance. It's something just isn't there to really truly grab my attention. So she just has some songs that I think that are alright, has potential, but not really realized, at least for me. So for me, I I don't know, she's around 9 or 10ish. That's kind of around where I would put Chisato at this time. If she gets a really banger solo song, I'm definitely willing to put her up, but I still haven't gotten that yet. Moving on to Wien, so one of the new members. So we got to see a decent amount of her in season 2, but of course nothing like we saw for all the other girls that have gotten 1 or 2 really big sections of seasons to be focused on. Wien was of course just the rival girl that we know that's going to be joining the group, and I imagine a lot of people probably put her in 10th place because, simply put, she's the second member that we got the least about, with Tomari being the least about we've seen. So a lot of people don't really know how she is, and this is definitely one of my biggest interests, is how is she going to change in season 3. But as of right now, of course, what we saw from Wien is that she's motivated, and she got really mad at Liella because she lost to them. But, you know, the fact that she actually challenged the girls as a rival, I actually like that. That's what rivals do. They're competitive, they're fierce, and they want to win. And Sunny Passion didn't do that. They're just like, oh, we're besties. So I was feeling like there's that lack something, and she brought more of an interesting dynamic in the rival aspect, where she was like, I'm actually good, and take a look at what I can do. And I think that was really nice to have. I think Wien looks really nice. I think she's good style. The dresses that she had were nice, and the MVs were pretty stunning. The music that she has done for her solo songs are interesting. So it's kind of more that orchestral kind of style of piece, which I still don't really know how to fits very well in an idol world. Like, the songs themselves try to be more epic in nature, and I can definitely appreciate that. And I think they do sound good. It just feels a little different, odd. But then, depending on the person, that might be good or bad. And, you know, I didn't come to Love Live to listen to those kind of music, but I think she has pretty good songs regardless. I'm just not going to put them anywhere near the top of my song list, but she's gotten good vocals, so I'm definitely really interested to see how her solo songs shift over when she becomes more of a school idol, and see how her behaviors change. But as right now, I do like Wien. I think she's more in the middle of the pack for me, because I like what I've seen, but I want to see more from her before I'm willing to truly decide how I feel about her. And towards the middle, we got Kanon. Kanon, a lot of people like her. A lot of people still give her number 1 ranking. I like Kanon. I think she's decent. Out of the leaders, I have a little more interest in her than some other ones that we had before. I like the growth that she's had as a character, where she starts really timid, but slowly learns to become a leader and one that is willing to help the other girls out. And that I thought was really nice to see. Her solo songs have been alright, though when you listen to her singing some of the songs, especially more recently, you feel like there's maybe some strain in her voice. I don't know how much I'm going to penalize her for that, as I think this is unfortunate, but when I was listening to, what was, I can't remember what song was it, Free Flight or something? Yeah, I didn't really like that Kanon's solo song. It just, something really felt off about that. But for Kanon, I still like her. She's definitely more in the middle of the pack for me. I don't love her as much as other people do, and I just don't like them just because they're a leader and thing. But I think overall she is a pretty nice character. Next up, we have Kinako, and I do like Kinako. So she definitely kind of has that Hanamaru vibe, I would say. She's from the country, or rather, was it Hokkaido, all the way up north, and she has that personality that where I'm the young kohai, I'm the underclassman. I don't know what to do. I'm very timid. I am going to make a lot of mistakes and mess up. I'm not very athletic, so you can see why there's a lot of parallels in that. And she was a first year, now she's going to be a second year, so we'll see how that personality changes. But in general, I thought she was kind of funny. Though, and that's kind of more what happened towards the early seasons, where the early part of season 2, where she had more of an emphasis focus on her because she was one of the first early people to join it, and it kind of past that is just kind of faded, so you don't get to see a whole lot there. But I thought she was kind of cute. Her solo song, we only got one so far for the, I guess, upcoming second years, and hers was Beginner's Rock, I believe, and whatever for me, honestly. It's one I just kind of keep forgetting about, so I wasn't really impressed with that one. But it's just one. There's definitely more time to impress me with other solo songs. But for that, it's kind of So in general, I'm going to put her in towards the middle, probably behind Kanon at this moment. But I'm definitely more interested to see what kind of solo songs she will produce. After that, we have Ren. Ren is still currently my favorite. I think Ren just fits a lot of the boxes. I guess I tend to like the student council presidents. And now she's going to be a third year as well. She's studious, she's intelligent, and she has a deeper voice, and it oftentimes can be more of that angelic style, and that's just something I tend to like. I just liked her mannerisms, and I really like seeing her in the gaming episode. I like games, she likes games, sign me up. Her singing is her voice is probably my favorite from Liella. We'll see. I need more time to learn about Wien and Tomari, but I definitely did really like that. And her solo songs, yes, can be a little slower, but I think she sings very well, and I think she has good songs. They're not my favorite. They were my favorite until other people came, but I think she has sung some very nice songs. Even some of the Liella Nuta, like Deers, I occasionally listen to her version of that because I do like that. Yes, it is slow, so it's more of a rare listen to, but sometimes you want to listen to some slower songs. But I think Ren overall has done a pretty good job, but I don't think it's guaranteed for her to stay number 1. Next up, we have Tomari, and I feel like with a lot of people, I just don't know a lot about her. Probably should I spend more time looking into more about her? Yeah, but I'm lazy. So in general, I don't know a whole lot about her. She is the younger sister of Natsumi, and she, from what I've known, is she has a kind of attitude where I don't care what's going on, more of that stoic element, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll learn more about in season 3, but I'm definitely waiting more about that to really form my opinions on her and her personalities and in general what I think about her. Her singing, from what I listened to so far, was pretty good. I'm really curious to see what her solo songs would be like. But the problem is, I just don't know enough about her, and it feels wrong to rank her over characters that I kind of like, because I just don't know enough about her. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to default her to 11, because I don't know what else to do about that. Right next to her would be Natsumi, and I put her at 10 because I still find Natsumi at times can be funny, but at times she can be kind of annoying. She's definitely got that really annoying aspect to her where she has that really high level immaturity, and the way she does her streams kind of cringy in my opinion, and that kind of stinks up a lot of her for me. So we'll have to see. Ai Chodai was a pretty decent soul song though, and I think her voice is pretty decent. So there's no guarantee that she'll stay in the bottom. There's room for that, especially if you will back off from that aspect of her personality. But I think that's so ingrained in who she is. She's kind of like that gremlin character. If you like Nico, if you like Kasumi, you're gonna like probably Natsumi. But in general, I don't really vibe too well with that. So that's why she's currently at 10. Then we got Mei. I like Mei. I'm thinking she's number 2 for me right now. And she's got that kind of Tsundere aspect. I'm kind of a sucker for Tsunderes, where, you know, they can't really admit to true feelings. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that. And her singing, pretty dang good. So she had Akane Gokuro. Fantastic song. It's got a lot of nice flavor to the song. where it's got like that pizzazz, and when you listen, it's like, oh, I really like that beat. So great job. Yeah, it's just one song, but a good singing, good song, and watching it live was fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to more of Mei, and we'll definitely see how she interacts with Shiki, which they definitely teased a little bit in the trailer. But speaking of Shiki, she's the last one we're going to cover, and Shiki is a little bit towards more the middle backish for me right now. She has the kind of the gimmick where she does not react a whole lot, but she does tend to react when she's next to Mei, and I do like Mei, but she definitely has the aspect where she's a little more sciencey. I'll make some tech stuff, widgets or potions and stuff. I think that's a nice, interesting thing. We'll definitely see how that plays into that more, but she gets a good voice, and I was blown away with her soul song Glass Ball Rejection. Like, dear Lord, what a W. If we get more solo songs like that for Shiki, she is going to move up in that ranking, without a doubt. I was holding her back strictly because it's just one solo song, so I don't want to draw too much to that. But that song is intense, it's dramatic, and it's just a really fun song for me to listen to. And if she makes another song like that, oh boy, she is going to skyrocket in the rankings. But right now, I definitely see a lot of promise and hope for Shiki. I'm definitely looking forward to what more songs that she comes out with. She sounded good in the subunit as well with Kaleidoscore. So I'm definitely excited to see what she'll be able to produce in the future. But that is currently what my rankings are for these girls. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And of course, I'm curious to see what you guys' rankings. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, that's fine. And my opinions will change once we get to the next season. So girls will definitely move up and down and whatnot. And as I promised, here is the poll. If you want to see what it looks like, the link in the description below, click it to participate. But basically, I'll hit you girls, rank the girls from 1 through 11. Make sure you hit the scroll bar to make sure you can hit all the girls. 11 goes to your least favorite, 1 goes to your favorite. And make sure you give 1 ranking to each individual girl. Once you're done, hit submit. So that's going to be it for this video. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. What are you looking forward to Season 3? What are your expectations? What are you hoping for? And I'm curious to see how you guys feel about Wien and Tomari. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.